Shalom, brothers. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Barak Kadash. Brothers, when I saw this video, it puts me in the mind frame that John was in Revelations when he said, "Come quickly, Lord, come quickly." You know, what we have here is a situation as to where, a brother, apparently he was looking out for a quote unquote friend of his that he let sleep on his couch. He let into his home. He fed him. He looked after the guy, and the guy ended up sleeping with his wife. And subsequently, as you will see throughout the video, they get into it, and the said friend wanted to get a knife and kill the brother that looked out for him. Right away, immediately when I saw the video, the first scripture that popped into my mind was Ecclesiasticus chapter 11, verse 29. Bring not every man into thine house, for the deceitful man hath many trains. Right? Let's go ahead and jump into the video and let's let it play.
I hear you though. It's my wife. Shit, you a snake. You a fucking snake. I fed your bitch ass. I let you sleep on the couch. Bum asshole. Woman left and shit. Yeah. Pick up your shit. Your ass nigga. Pick up your shit. They got come in and bitch. Fuck you mean. Fuck you mean, nigga. Nah, nigga. Man, get the nigga in.
Again, that's why our laws were so critical. Our laws are so important. One thing we got to realize is that it says it throughout the Torah. In Exodus chapter 20, and Leviticus chapter 20, also in Deuteronomy, I believe it's chapter 23. It says, "Do not sleep with your neighbor's wife." I mean, even the situation that we're looking at now, these individuals are worthy of death. They are worthy of death right now, and I can't really, to be honest with you, I can't wait to see the judgment that falls on them both. And what I mean by them both is the so-called wife and then the so-called friend, because that's really what love is. If you love your neighbor, and your neighbor looked out for you, and you loved your neighbor, you wouldn't do this with his wife. Even if his wife came on to you, you still wouldn't sleep with her behind his back. Okay, so let this play out.
Y'all just be lying, though. It ain't even y'all fault. It's her, exactly. I ain't even trying to fight with them like that. Seriously? Watch that shit, bro. They got me fucked up. Exactly, bro. So you gonna open it up? Oh my God. Get in my seat. Bitch, in my she's still in there, bitch. Bitch, I'm going in. I'm going in. We got our key. Big. 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 Big.
The scripture that comes to mind automatically is if thou, how does it go? And I'm just simply paraphrasing here. If thou wantest a friend, prove him first. And brothers, that's the spirit we got to be operating in at all times. We ought to be operating at, number one, at a high level, but also praying that the spirit of discernment is on us at all times. When we come around different guys, different brothers, we should have a high frequency, a high level of the spirit on us. And I'm praying that a influx of the Ruach HaKodesh is on us as brothers to be discerning, what's going on around us. What type of men are we interacting and engaging with? Like the scripture says, prove all things and hold fast to what is good. But again, that's where we got to be walking, like Paul said. We got to be filled with the Spirit. We got to be filled with the Spirit, man. Because if that brother was discerning, he would know that this nigga here that he tried to help out was full of shit. Let me go back to Ecclesiasticus, the 11th chapter, this time the 34th verse. Receive not a stranger into thine house, and he will disturb thee, and turn thee out of thine own. Not only is this man's house is in an uproar, but it appears as though he's about to lose his damn woman. It appears as though he's about to get into an altercation, possibly death. I mean, as I let the video play, you will see that not only did this man break multiple commandments, but he also wanted to kill the damn man. But enough of my talking. But let me let this play out.
We ain't got no knives over here. Nigga, open the door. Bitch, I come in, nigga. Fuck, you gonna stab me, nigga? I don't give a fuck, nigga. It's not worth it, boy.
That shit not even worth it, bro. That nigga just came back home. It's her problem, bro.
Exactly, nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Call me and check.
I don't even get mad at him. You don't know
You
what's
can't
going
get
on.
mad at me, nigga. You can't get mad at me. Your woman want me, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Your woman tell nigga she don't always want you.
Let me explain something to you, brothers. You know, the scripture says, "Love doeth no wrong to a neighbor." Right? You really love your beloved brethren, and even your sister, You know, if you know the woman is married, man, don't fuck around. You know, don't even. You know, as Ecclesiasticus mentions in another space, in another scripture. You know, look not upon the beauty of every maid. You know, if you know a brother that's married is helping you out, mind your damn business, man. Don't be all up in his woman's face, and even the scripture popped right in my mind now. It says, sit not with another man's wife. Don't even be long with her, man. You know, you give a greeting, shalom, barakatham, etc. Keep the shit moving, man. You should be focused on getting on your feet and going about your damn business, man. But let me read this next scripture in Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, the 16th verse. And I could imagine this is what this guy did. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to overthrow thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. I can imagine, man, and I've had family members that have been in and out of jail, in and out of situations, and they come begging and pleading and you know, they're all merciful and pitiful, and they want you to help them out, look out for them, give them a few dollars. And that's the scripture says clearly, now that I know better, when thou do good, known to whom thou do it. As the scripture says, help. It says, help a righteous man. You know, do not help an evil man. You know, come on, let's let this play out.
Be honest with your ass, nigga. You don't want to. Shit, nigga. You a fuck, nigga. Hey! Come here. Come here, nigga. What I got so, nigga? Nigga, your woman want me, nigga. The fuck you mean?
Why she ain't with you?
What? You finna go, nigga. The fuck you mean?
Back, nigga.
Huh?
Death do what part, nigga? Death do what part, nigga?
And that's probably the worst aspect of the video. I mean, the whole video was cringeworthy and it was hard to watch, but that was probably one of the hardest aspects of this video I had to watch. Not only did he help this dude out, you know, the dude slept on he let the dude sleep on his couch. You know, he fed the guy, you know, and then he turns around and he does this to him. But on his way out, he slaps the man's wife on his ass. Man, and this is why Paul wrote what he wrote in Romans chapter 1, verse 32. He said, although they know the righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, right? They not only do them, but they also give approval to other dudes that do them. I mean, I'm paraphrasing there, but I can guarantee you, this guy that slept with this brother's wife, he approves of other niggas doing the same shit that he did. He approves of it, man. But God is not mocked, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is not mocked. I can't wait to see the wrath that befalls this guy here that slept with his brother's wife.